Today I'm cooking with celery. I know what you're thinking, Frankie, that's a boring ingredient. All I do is dip it into peanut butter or hummus. But today I'm looking at the whole celery. You know there's a root at the bottom of it? It's delicious. We can chop it up and puree it into a delicious soup. That root, it's so good. And the leaves, they got a high note. And when we cook with all three parts of the celery, we maximize our dollars and we create dishes that are more luxurious than just the dipping it's accustomed to. This is so much sexier than ants on a log. So let's make celery sexy again. Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. Welcome to Struggle Meals. For our final recipe, we are gonna be cooking with this root. It's wonderful, it's light and airy. Think of it like a very light potato. But where does it come from? It's celery. Celery root and celery stalks. And that means that we can cook this from root through the stalk and have the leaves. Variety of flavor and texture. We get to use the whole thing. It's gonna make celery so much cooler than it's ever been before. We really got three parts here. We've got our root, we've got our celeries, and then we have all of our celery leaves. Pick them off, make a little celery leaf pile. Today we're gonna make a soup and we're gonna use all three parts of the celery. We got our leaves, we got our root, and we got our stems. We could come in with a peeler, but this is pretty dense. So I think, maybe you wanna try it with the knife, and that way you'll actually get more stock bucket end pieces. Those are going in the stock bucket. Let's chop it in half, but make sure you got a good handle on the knife. And ask yourself, if I slip, will I cut myself? The answer needs to be no. Fire, some packaged raw butter, nice and creamy. Olive oil, a little bit. If this were a special on a menu, I don't know if I'd eat it. Celery soup, it doesn't sound so sexy, but it is. So maybe we should start thinking about a different name for it. I'm gonna start coming up with ideas. Tonight it's a special, we're having a root soup. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Could be so many things. Throw in some garlic in. A little salt. I don't know what the deal is with the celery, but it seems like she's always playing second fiddle. Well, today, these two bits which come from the same plant, they're gonna be the #1 star. Putting some thyme in there, just pulling the opposite way. Celery propers in. Find the prettiest leaves we have for the garnish, and we're gonna add some chicken stock. And that means that it is time to drop the stock. High pass filter, low pass filter. All I need to do is let this simmer until everything is soft. I'm gonna take a piece of celery root here, make sure it's soft. It's very soft. Oh, and it's very delicious. And that means it's time to blend it up. It's time to add a little bit of cream. Cream of root soup. That'll make this special go. I'm gonna stir that around. Okay, so look at that. It's nice and thick. Ladies, gentlemen, today we have a cream of root soup as a special. It is garnished with celery leaves. Throw some leaves on top. Here it is. Oh, what a special. Extraordinary. This soup is awesome! And it's only costing me $2.26. And it uses all of the celery. We never get to do that. We're always looking at the middle. The spectrum of celery is larger. There's a root and there's leaves. Get down with it. It's good for the planet and it's good for your wallet.